Ya, macho, ya, en serio. Deja de chillar. I'm a little nervous to make this video, honestly, because there are so many toxic fans. Like, I feel like shipping, for some reason, just drives the toxicity out of people more so than anything else. Like, you can talk about Marinette being a bad character, you won't get as much hate. You can talk about Adrienne being a bad character, you won't get that much hate. But for some reason, it's always saying something bad about a certain ship. I feel like that gets you the most hate. But I have to get this off of my chest. Adrienette is objectively bad. I know. I know what some of you are going to say, but they're meant for each other. Their miraculouses are complete each other. They balance each other out. Look at how many cute moments they have. So here's what I'm going to explain about the love stories that I like and why Adrienette doesn't work as a love story. So to me, the best type of love story is the one where the love story is a B plot. Now some of you might be confused, like, what do you mean a B plot? Like in... Go to your bed. Go to your bed. Okay, where was I? Okay, yeah. So a love story, I feel like, should always be a B plot. And what I mean by that is, think about like a show, like an episodic show, like Phineas and Ferb, for example, where the main plot is Phineas and Ferb construct something. Well, the side plot is whatever Perry, the platypus, and Doofenshmirtz are up to. That would kind of be like what I mean. The main story should be about Marinette and Adrienne doing their best to be good heroes, stopping crime, stopping bad people from doing bad things, trying to help others as much as they can with what time they have. While the romance should be more to the side. And I'm sure some of you are going to be like, but that doesn't make any sense. The love story should focus on love, right? Well, yes and no. Go to your bed. Well, yes and no. Because when you focus so much on a love story, let's be honest here. Telling a love story really isn't that interesting, especially when the love story is as simple as they meet and fall in love. Which is kind of how Adrienette happens. Now, I'm sure some people are going to say, but that's not how Adrienette happens. Marinette didn't even like Adrienne from the start. And while that is true, it developed incredibly quickly, like, to the point where it doesn't even make any sense. Adrienne does something nice for Marinette once, and now what? She stalks him? that really doesn't make any sense. They know in real life emotions aren't logical. They don't follow logic. You can know someone for years and only have platonic, if not like loving them like your brother or loving them like a friend, not romantic love. And you can know someone for a few months and be completely head over heels. I'm not necessarily saying in real life it's a bad thing to like meet someone and be like sort of instantly attracted to them, but reality doesn't translate to a good story. If I wanted to see a real life like love story, I would just go outside. I would just talk to people. I would maybe go to YouTube and check out like whatever couple things are up. But a story, the biggest thing about a story is that it has to be interesting. So when you focus on romance so much, because there's only so much you can do with just two people falling in love. Like, where do you go from that? They have drama maybe because of one thing or another. They can't date immediately. Like, what are the stakes here? What makes you want to stick around aside from I like these characters and I want them to end up together? And I feel like most people only like these sort of romance stories because they are very young. And this isn't necessarily an insult towards the younger fan base of Miraculous. But I am trying to be honest here and say, yeah, the love isn't done very well. In fact, what do Marinette and Adrian really know about each other? How many times have they interacted and had deep, meaningful conversations or something along that sort? I can only remember twice in the entirety of the show where they sort of get to know each other a little better. The first time would be in Godzilla, and the second time would be in what was the Froppy episode, the one where they take risks, basically. Those are basically the only two instances where Marinette gets to know something about Adrian outside of he is nice and a model and rich. And what does Adrian know about Marinette? What does Adrian know about Marinette? When has he ever talked to Marinette about her problems, her insecurities, her struggles? When? And a big problem with that is because they dragged out the will they, won't they, instead of actually developing their relationship. In fact, I feel like they put more effort into the relationship they had with the sort of rivals. I'm going there. I'm sure people are going to get mad at me. I'm sure people are already mad at me. But I'm going there. Adrienette and Adrienette should have been Endgame. Yeah, I said it. Now, between Adrienette and Adrienette is definitely much weaker than Adrienette because Adrienette and Kagami actually share a lot of moments. They actually spend time together. They know a lot about each other. They know the pressures of having strict parents and the desire to want to get out of that sort of controlling environment. Luca basically just crushes on Marinette because she stammered and that's somehow endearing, I guess. But even then, Marinette can much more easily have a conversation with Luca than she can with Adrien. Every time she's around Adrien, it's like her mind goes haywire and she can't talk. She always stammers and blushes and ends up making herself look like a fool, mostly because the writers think it's funny. But at the end of the day, she actually can have a conversation with Luca, something even the characters themselves point out. So, really, why is Marinette with Adrien and why is Adrien with Marinette aside from because the writing said so? That's really not a good love story. Especially when you consider the love square, basically the biggest part of Miraculous. Half of it, basically Adrien's feelings for Ladybug, comes out of completely nowhere. Like, he sees Ladybug doing something nice and saving people, and that's it. That's all it takes for him to fall in love. Why isn't he in love with Rose? Why isn't he in love with Thalia? Why isn't he in love with Nino? Even Adrien and Nino would have made more sense than Adrien and Marinette. Or what do they call it? Lady Noir? Or Lady Noir. They make such little time for the romance while also focusing on it so much. It feels empty. It feels like how do I describe it? It feels like when you eat fast food. Like, it has a lot of grease, it has a lot of salt, it has a lot of sugar. You eat it and you feel full for the moment, but like 10 minutes later, you get hungry again because the food wasn't made to be nutritional, filling. It was made for it to be addicting and for you to keep buying more and more and more of it so that the people making it turn a profit. That's how Adrienette feels. It feels like it was made to be addicting and empty so that people would keep coming back to it, and that way Miraculous Ladybug would make a profit. They feel like this all could have been solved if they had just focused a little more. Thank you for joining the stream and thank you for liking the stream. Hello, nice to meet you. They feel like this all could have been avoided had they simply focused more on the superhero aspect and let the superhero aspect raise the love story rather than the other way around. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like the love story is there to enhance the superhero aspect, to make it feel like more dramatic. Like, are they going to figure out their secret identities? Will they love each other after they find out their secret identities? Will they fall apart due to their superhero counterparts taking so much time away from each other? Rather than the whole, they get to know each other better because of their superhero identities. They get to talk to each other and share each other's pain and support each other because of their superhero identities. And that just, like, I don't know. I'm not sure where I'm going with this anymore. I'm just saying, a love story, like, as we know them, is bland, boring, and uninteresting without anything else going for it. And that's exactly the problem with Adrienette. It is bland, boring, and uninteresting. It is only built off of potential and cute moments. The potential of the miraculous is balancing each other, the potential of the magic soulmates, whatever thingy. And the fact that, oh, look at Cat Blanc. Don't they have so many cute moments? Oh, look at season 5. Look at all of their cute little dates that they go on. Like, that's so boring. This might just be amazing. I don't want to watch a love story where the two characters just love each other and process the fact that they love each other and then come to terms with the fact that they love each other. Hello, thank you for joining the stream and thank you for liking. And then after realizing that they love each other, they decide that they're going to get married and have babies because they just love each other so much. Like, that's boring. That is so boring. Am I the only one that thinks that? Maybe I'm the crazy one. I mean, I've always known my tastes since I was very young. Like, I've never changed from opinions about romance stories. I think it all started with Twilight, but that's a conversation for another day. Because, I don't know. It feels so sloppy, lazy, and honestly, kind of baity. Like, it feels like you're using cute moments and the potential of soulmates that balance each other out to get younger people invested rather than actually working hard to make something good. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm ready to take whatever hate comes from this video. So yeah. Oh, and please like and subscribe. Okay. Bye.